I do believe we're live. Let me make sure I'm not gonna make myself echo on the back end. And oh my goodness, getting notifications like crazy that I'm live. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. Gonna ease into this. Hello, somebody's here. How are you? So today what we're gonna do is this Harry Potter's Buckbeak. During when the Rona was really big and everything was completely shut down, we have an independent bookstore, and she was doing curbside pickup, and she was promoting herself like crazy, and I had forgotten she was even here. Anyway, she had this one and this one, which is from a Fantastic Beasts, which is going to be a different, we'll do that on a different live. Anyway, they were very reasonably priced. I snatched it. I've never done a project like this. And then come to find out, which was really nice, is the lady that owns the bookstore, it's an indie bookstore. She says, aren't you Faith? And she said the elementary school. And I was like, you know, I'm 57. That was eons ago. And come to find out, we knew each other there. And I remembered who she was. Anyway, so this book, okay, the book part of it first goes through really what he is. You know, he's part horse and he's part, they're called hippogriffs. They're proud creatures, and they're part horse and part eagle. And it goes through how they did the mock-up of him, some of the scenes with him in here, how they actually created him, you know, the scales and all that stuff. There's his wings. And then in the back, here's our model and how to assemble them. And they use, I mean, no, Mark's going to kill me because I say this wrong all the time. But it's that, what is that, ganache? Mark, if you're there, you gave it to me for my birthday. It's a type of paint. And we'll be using that paint. Ganache, gosh, whatever. Anyway, so we're going to use this as our instructions. Here is they actually have Dobie and the snitch, and you know, Ron was terrified of these spiders. I think that's the big daddy one, the one that really scared him. Okay, so we open this up. There's instructions. Okay, so we're gonna just move this out of the way. I've never done one of these before, so it says read instructions before assembling. Okay, let's see what we have to do. Match the board pieces to the numbers on the board images. Well, it's a good thing I have glasses because the numbers are itty bitty teeny tiny. Good Lord. I just want to get to the plastic opening. Evidently, this stuff pops out really easy.
Excuse me, there is a message for you. Excuse me, there has a message for you.
And of course, my phone's going to be going off. All the bad no-no things that we're not supposed to have when you do your live are happening right now. Okay, here we go. Mark said he might be here, but he was eating lunch with his mom. Okay. Whew, we got the plastic off. I could have been rough with it, but this is really thin wood. Okay, so on this side is where the numbers are. This is just the platform. So we can set that to the side. See this? Oh, that's just the trademark on that one. This says 1. I will be making a video of this probably as well. Well, that was 1. I don't see a 2. This is 23 and 24, so these guys go together. Just trying to see if you see number 2. I do not. Oh, that's this. So you get number 1 out right here. And then you take the number 2 and you put it in here. Okay, we slide it in there. And we do 3 and 4. Here's 3. There's 4. Craziness, isn't it? I mean, simple, but okay, so here we go here. So there's this. And then we look for the number 5, which is right there. Okay. And we go to number 6. Oh. See, I didn't get any glue out because it says you didn't need any. But I am wondering if I shouldn't have done it anyway. Okay, let's back that one out for a second. There's that. There we go. You just have to. Oh, if your hand shakes, this is gonna be. There we go. This one just kind of is the booger. So we're getting more of a 3D effect. Okay, so we got that. Now we punch out number 9. I'll put you here. Now we're going to go to number 9. Well, oh no, that's not right. Number 7. There we go. Okay. You go through these 3 slots here and you push up. Okay, then we go to number 8, which is here. And that goes here. I'm looking for number 9. There's number 10. Number 10. There's number 9. 10. 11. 8, 9. Okay. You take this guy. You take number 10. Put this guy. And you take number 11. And you push it through there as well. Okay, so we need to push it all the way in. So that tells me I don't have that right. Okay. I want to see if this is a flaw. This is the, oh no, it's the eye. Okay, we're good. Okay, so then we take number 12. And push it in there. Let's set this down. Let's get 14 and 15 out. And 13. I keep hitting my head on the mic. Can you guys hear that? Oh my God, I feel like I'm an idiot here. These are tiny, tiny little holes. Hey Beth, how are you? I'm trying a new project. How are you doing? I've not done one of these before. And somehow, I think I've done it wrong. So what this needs to be is here. Okay. Lord have mercy. I thought this was going to be faster. Yeah, that ain't right. I gotta turn these guys around because the head has to go the same way because it is 3D. Can you hear me okay? Oh, she's already gone. Never mind, Beth. Okay, we got this and this here. Then this slides in here. Yes. So then you have this guy this way, and you have him this way. Nice. Okay, so we got that done. Let's go to the next pages of it. So that ain't right. Huh. So what am I doing wrong here? It's ridiculous, all right.
me. There is a message for you.
So I got that. It's not this way. It's got to go this way. Let me pull you apart. Hey, Stephanie. Are you working down at the gun shop? Where are you working, babe? I'm working on something I've never done before. I'm trying to get it to work right. Working at the shop. What's the weather like where you're at, babe? It's been chilly here. We've been down to the 40s. 3 days now. This is the third day. And only getting up into the 70s, which is a nice relief from all the hot. What do y'all got going? Oh, that's not bad. That's a nice day. We've had rain. Today's the first day we haven't had any rain. We've had nothing but rain, which is good. But I wish it would rain more like where the fires are because they're kicking my butt. The last one before you close the... There we go. I got it speak on now finally. I don't know if you watch Harry Potter, but this is Buckbeak from Harry Potter. It's this guy. He's half eagle, half horse. I got him right when we first went into lockdown to help support. We have an independent bookstore. There's very few of those left. And she was putting stuff on Facebook, doing curbside pickup. And she'd put things for sale on her Facebook page. And then you'd pay for them online. And then you'd go to her shop. And in paper bags and stuff, she'd have your name. And it's set out, on this little neat little bench thing. So you can just pick up. And I love Harry Potter. So I snagged it. Okay. Now I'm trying to see where this goes. I swear. I thought putting it to bed together would be the easy part. Was I kidding myself? Okay. We got the head on. And I'm trying to see, because this is part of its, oh, I think it's, see, it's part of its leg. I'm just waiting on all the lab work to come back. I don't know how much you know. Do you remember? Were you around? Do you know what's all going on with me? They did a whole bunch of blood work, and I'm just waiting for all those results to come back because they're checking for liver cancer. No, the head can't fall off. See, I thought I was going to have to glue some of this. It'll be okay. We'll get it all figured out, darling. We'll get it figured out. I won't be defeated. You know me. I'm a stubborn gal. That's what I'm doing. I went into a natural store and got some detox and stuff for my liver. Because we don't know anything for sure yet. They're trying to rule out everything. What we do know, and it's a direct result of why I was on chemo back a few years ago, that I have, and I don't drink, but I have early cirrhosis liver disease, but I don't drink. So, but I am a diabetic, and I did have a condition that I had to take the chemo for, that the byproduct could be that. And at the time, they told me I was in remission and I didn't have anything, because my spleen's also being messed with right now too. So it's my liver and my spleen that are acting stupid. And that's part of the reason why I can't get my sugar under control. And I'm back on insulin because I can't get my sugar to be nice. And we're struggling with that. So it is what it is. What are you going to do? See, I don't think I'm going to end up having to get my glue out, because some of this does not want to stay. I cannot believe I've got people. Dave, you got to use your pool much this? I haven't been able to. There we go. There we go. Look at that sucker. He's coming along slowly, and then he has to get painted. Once put him together. Very tired since you came home. Where have you been? Oh, from the camping. How long were y'all gone? Make sure you didn't get bit by no ticks. I'm trying to show you as I go. Yeah, sometimes you need a vacation from the vacation. think we may almost have it completed. Okay. Are you doing a video of the camping trip? I'm going to have to glue his head on. It won't stay. He's getting there. The space would stay on and make me more happy. Make me more happy. Ooh. And then we put there's that. Okay. You have to be careful. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now, now we paint it. Okay, according to this, you start painting the midsection of the model white. This includes his front legs, chest, and stomach. And we're going to use this is a ganache, gosh, whatever it's called. What's a, chuck, what's chuck beef? Wow, you're always cooking such You cook all the time, dear. Okay, so let's get the white wet. It's supposed to be fine if you wet it again, so we'll see. Okay, so his front legs. You got to turn it sideways. Nice. I know that we'll do his feet different, but at least it would be nice to have like a base. Well, I don't know how to do it. Making meatballs, I don't know how to do that. I bought frozen ones before, and they are not good. I would like to know how to make meatballs. Do you have a did you do a video with a recipe for the meatballs? Because I usually just make a meat sauce. But meatballs would be better because then I wouldn't have to use tomato sauce and all that. That has so much sugar in it. And I have a way of, just really watching. I know it is gross. Front legs, chest, and stomach is the white. So I'm keeping on keeping. Hello, Carol. How are you? I didn't see you pop in there. I am trying to make Buckbeak. We put him together, and I'd never done one of those before. Now we're trying to paint him with the paints that they recommend, which is the, gosh, egg. What are egg? Oh, egg, breadcrumbs, onion, gravy master, garlic, and Italian seasoning. I'll have to look what that gravy master garlic is. I don't know. Italian seasoning I have. I don't have any bread in the house, but you can always use pork rind crumbs, I think, as your binding agent. Egg I have. I'll have to see what that gravy master garlic thing is. I don't even, what's a panko? What's panko? I'm confused. Okay, so we got to paint this guy a little bit. Simmer all day in sauce. So then we get his stomach white. Okay. His front legs, his chest, and his tummy are all white. His back legs, tail, and head are gray. So let's do a little mixing. We know black and white makes gray. Ooh. Oh, great. This one's still. Not seasoned breadcrumbs, just plain Jane. Okay, we're gonna have to get a little creative here. What's bad is I can't hear y'all talking. Do y'all want to come in here so I can hear y'all chatting? Let me know if you do. I don't think I have Create Carol's. Stephanie, are you on your phone or your laptop, babe? Hold on. I'm looking for something. Let's definitely grab a palette knife or just a butter knife, something. Okay. Carol, do you want to, so I can hear y'all chatting? Okay, let me do that. And then I'll remove it. Let me just copy it. Did it go? And here we go. There, guys. That way I can hear y'all. It's so quiet. Oh, wow. Y'all are quick. Y'all are quick.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing an art thing today. How are you?
Somebody has their YouTube site open.
I'm good. I'm doing an art thing today.
There we go.
Okay, great.
I think that was me.
That way, let me take this off.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
hey, you got it highlighted. There you go.
Did it go away?
Yep.
Okay. So I've never done one of these before. And I am a huge Harry Potter fan. Stephanie knows this.
Really?
And this is Buckbeak. Have you ever watched any of the Harry Potters, Carol?
Not really. My husband's into the Harry Potter because he's from Scotland.
Well, tell him this was the Buckbeak. if he likes the Harry Potters and he
Buckbeak.
followed it, he'll know what it is. It's half eagle, half horse.
Oh,
And,
I'm sure.
I can't remember the big guy. Oh, I can't remember his name. But this big guy loves him, and whatever. I'm grown and I love it. So, and I'm trying to make a gray out of this.
Now, are you going to be doing the collaborative with Maricha? Cha-cha?
Oh yeah, I'm one of the hosts.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm an artist by trade here
Ah,
on YouTube. Most of my videos are art.
okay.
But I've known Maricha for quite a few years.
Good.
I knew her because of the art, because she, even though she's not promoting it there, is a phenomenal artist.
I'd love to see some of her work.
She's good. And she's also, okay, so she can paint, and she's also what they call an assembly artist. She puts or industrial artist, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. She makes things work. She thinks outside the box. Now, Ian, he's an artist. That his is realism. His stuff's realistic. Mine is abstract. But Ian's really good as well.
Hey, where's Mark?
What?
Mark.
Do what about? I didn't hear you, baby. I'm sorry.
How about now? Hear me better?
Yes. What did you say?
Where is Mark?
Right now, Mark, I just talked to him a few minutes ago. He is having lunch with his mother. They're trying to, his mother's sister has health issues.
Had what issues?
Health issues.
Oh,
And so I guess her and her husband live in like a 2-story house. And I guess the wife never come downstairs much. And for whatever reason, she went downstairs the other day. I think it's because her husband hadn't come upstairs. And she found him dead on the floor.
oh my
no.
God.
So his uncle passed away and had been dead all day. And the wife didn't know because she doesn't come downstairs because of her health issues. But evidently he didn't, she figured out something was going on when he never come up there or whatever. So they're planning the memorial today. So we won't be seeing, because Mark was going to come on here with me, but.
Sorry, Mark.
I'm sorry. That's terrible.
It is. Paint his back legs and tail and head gray. Okay. I'm trying to follow the directions in that book.
I probably would have smashed that by now.
Do what, babe?
I would have smashed that by now. I have no patience.
It's all right.
I think painting is very relaxing.
But I'm going to have to glue part of this. It's supposed to snap in so tight together that you don't need glue, but the head struggles staying together. Okay, so we got the tail, his back legs. We're going to do that. And I haven't done an art video in a really long time or an art live. So I was like, you know what? And I also have the Fantastic Beast. I have one of their creatures too.
How's your book?
Yeah, but I'm not doing that one today. But I'll do that for a different one. I'm trying to get my watch time up. And
How's your book going?
What, babe?
How's your book going?
I'm almost done with the first draft.
Oh,
Yep, I'm just about finished with it. I'm excited. I have an author page set up on Facebook.
I'm not going on any of them.
I know you haven't had Facebook in a long time.
I took it all off my phone. All that stuff. Right into the garbage.
Yeah, you haven't been on there in about a year anyway.
I mean, I could log on and get it back, but I'm not doing any of that stuff.
So, Carol, are you going to be a seller or a host on that collaboration?
Well, Cha-Cha asked if I wanted to be a host on my channel, but I'm still not quite sure how this is all gonna pan out. But
Well, you know, you've been to the auctions, right?
yeah.
It's the same thing,
Oh, okay.
except it's people that instead of necklaces and jewelry and toys and, you know, vintage, this, that, it's people that are either wanting to sell their art, which I have a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
or people that are wanting to de-stash, which, you know, like they're selling off all their extras of everything, which Marie's
yeah,
going to be doing that.
I was big into scrapbooking.
Oh,
And
really?
I have a ton. I was counting out packs of 100 of the sheets that you put in the scrapbook, and then I was looking at all of the just things that stickers and stuff that you put for the scrapbook, and I just thought that I would just do little
have
lots,
a lot,
you know.
I have I sell everything in lots usually, and
Uh-huh.
I have one of my lots is 29 packages of brand new stickers, and not the cheap ones, like the
Nice.
the Jollibees and all those Jollibees, or I can't remember. Anyway, it's like 29. I'm starting it out at 29 plus shipping, which is like $1 a pack.
Yep.
And some of these stuff,
You know what? I think I have.
but I'm doing it as a lot, so I'm not
I
selling.
think I tried to sell.
Do what?
Yeah. You don't want to sell one at a time, no.
No, and the
You
thing
don't want
is,
to sell one at a time.
people that do art and stuff, or crafts, or that work with stickers, they're going to recognize the name of the sticker companies, and they're going to
Yep.
know that the prices on some of those stickers are, granted, there's a couple in there from the Dollar Tree, but very few, but the rest of them
Mm-hmm.
are $2 to $4 a packet. Because they're like, you know, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Like one has a whole beach scenery, and some of it's puffy, you know, like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn his little face.
I'm going to
around.
have to look through my stuff because I think I tried selling something like that not long ago, and nobody had any interest. And I'm like, okay.
Well, because number of auctions that we're doing are not people that do arts and crafts.
Uh-huh.
So now we're trying to appeal to that. Plus, you know, you can always sell it on Etsy. You'd get a buyer in a heartbeat probably on Etsy.
Now, I have a ton of needlepoint kits and things like that. That would sell as well.
Yes, that's part of the arts and crafts thing.
Yep.
Now, I use the
ton.
12 by 12 sheets. I think it's scrapbooking paper.
Yep.
But I use them for mixed media art and for when I do junk journals and things like that. Because I don't do scrapbooking, but But I do like to use the scrapbooking paper for junk journals and stuff like that. I use them for like the covers. Like I'm taking insulin now, but the books they provide you with suck. Where they want you to track everything. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and I got a bigger one that I can write down and make pockets for. But this is all scrapbook paper.
Yep. Oh, you made that.
Yes, I made my own. So this was my first one, my first attempt. This is scrapbooking paper too. This is Martha Stewart's.
Yep.
But I have a brother from another mother that I call him. For years and years we've been friends, and he's a diabetic, and I'm making him one. But the thing of it is I want to find stuff that's more masculine craft paper versus, and I'm having a hard time. Hey, Shay, how are you, darling?
Hello,
Hi,
Shay.
are you are you available to jump on, or are you passing through? I didn't see her till just now. I don't know when she popped in here. So this is my first 3D guy. And I also like to do, I have a mixed media journal, mixed media where I do my girls' faces, but I've been using scrapbook paper as like a base or something, you know, a texture or different backgrounds with it. And then I base them as my core colors, and then I go off on other stuff with it. But scrapbooking paper is expensive.
Mm-hmm. So what would you sell, say 50 sheets of the colored different patterns of scrapbook paper?
Well, you can buy them online for $1. Thank you.
Each paper, right?
Yeah, for each paper.
So a stack of 50 would, at a good start off the auction at 30 or so.
Yeah, make sure you put in there that it's new. And well, you know, is it part of a book? Is it part of a book?
No, it's just a stack of ones I've never used.
When you bought them, did you buy them bound in like one of those big scrapbooking books, you know, that have all the different themes, or did you buy them as single sheets?
No, I bought them in big packets, but they're not in the packets anymore.
Yeah, but here's my thing is, how many sheets were in the packet, and how much did the packet cost you?
Oh God, that was years ago.
I divide everything about what it cost me, what my ultimate cost was, divided by how many's in. Lets me know what I paid per sheet or per item.
Mm-hmm.
And what it cost me for shipping. I had all that in and I divided out. That way I know what my base cost was, which helps me decide on what I need to charge to at least make back what I spent and hopefully make more of it. That's how my mind works. I don't know that's just how it works. You're passing through, almost done with house stuff. Will be available soon, but wanted to say, I'm so glad you came in. Thank you so much. But you'll have to check it to see it finished product. And I will probably, after I do this, rip it from here and make it down into like a time lapse later, but that's going to take me hours to do when I'm done with this. But that's okay, because there's a lot of people that will watch the live, and then there's a lot of people that'll come back and just watch it as a video. And the video, I cut out all of us talking and all that good stuff, and just time lapse it and take it down into a little bitty, like a 10-minute video. So if you kind of remember what things cost you, and let me see what kind of paper you got. I'm curious because I can see you. Stephanie can't see you, but I can. I can see you down here in the corner. Yeah.
Well, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I have all these things that I sold from Miranda's benefit.
Yeah, did she get her goal met?
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
But she still doesn't know whether they're going to be approved for the mortgage.
Why would they see? I don't understand how that's working, because in my state, you don't get keys. You don't get to move in till you've gone to the title company and you sign everything, and checks are exchanged, and they're usually bank checks, and so everything's done then.
Yeah, that's what makes me think that they're getting
the shaft without any Vaseline. Yeah. I told her, regardless, you just need to go get an attorney, just at least to see what your rights are, because she says she doesn't think she has any recourse. And I'm like, how did they allow them to move in? They've had to be there for a minute.
Yeah, they painted and everything and fixed the place up. And now, if they're not approved, they're going to be moved out in 10 days. Even yesterday, she was in a tizzy.
I just think
And-
there's
and-
something wrong.
There's something wrong with that picture. But I guess it's Andy that it's going under his name.
Who's Andy? Is
But
that her
she-
husband?
That's, yeah. And she's not going to be on the mortgage, but she's on the deed. So,
So her credit must not be so good.
yeah, that's what she said. Plus, she can't account for what money she's making with the auctions. And I guess because of COVID, she lost her job.
The thing of it is with PayPal has a whole, I mean, you can print off what you made.
Yeah, but then.
But I don't know how she does her payments.
Yeah, you can print a report, but then you can also show proof of what you paid for things if you have your receipts.
Right.
Because I have an EIN number.
Okay. He's looking okay.
He's looking good.
Yeah. Let's see, what's our next course of action? Paint the ends of his legs. Okay, I already did that. Go over. So we got to go over the top part of his wings. We're going to do just a gray, and then we'll speckle it out. I think when I host, because I never, I'm one that doesn't really show my face on my auctions.
No way.
Yep. It's because I'm on oxygen. I don't like the cannula. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, but I think I'm gonna for this new collab. I think I will for that. And I've just been really sick lately. Oh no! See, dadgum. I'm wanting to say bad words right now. It doesn't say to glue anything, but I'm thinking I just might when this is all said and done. Chungasu. Where's Miss? Someone is coming. Oh, okay. That's too far back for his wings. They go right here.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Well, it can wait. Ta-da! Got his wings back on. Whoo! Made me panic there just a sec. Well, everybody must be in all kinds of auctions going on. I try to find a time when there's not, and there's just really none. It's like auctions are going on all the time, except for the middle of the night. And sometimes even then.
I'm on with this lady who's painting.
Hello.
We're just chatting. Well, she's painting.
Is that your husband?
That's my husband.
Tell him it's a Harry Potter.
Oh, look, she's painting this for Harry. It's one of Harry Potter's
Buckbeak.
Buckbeak.
Yeah. The one that's half eagle, half horse, and they try to kill him. And the kids save him.
Ah.
Did you phone the doctor yet?
No, not yet. I thought we said we weren't going to. We're just gonna wait until your card comes in.
Oh, okay.
Don't you just love his accent?
I do. I was like, yeah, you can listen to them talk all day long.
Oh yeah. I think I fell in love with his voice before.
I was gonna say, did that- I was like, that's what got you, was his voice, huh?
Uh-huh.
And the
Plus
rest
him.
just followed.
Plus him being so damn sexy.
Yeah, and the rest just followed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him online.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you guys been married?
We've been married 7 years and we dated 5 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm. He retired and then he came for 3 months, would go back, and then he'd come here for 3 months and go back. And so, yeah, that's my baby. He's so good. He's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Nice that he actually came all the way here
Mm-hmm.
instead of having you move there. What
No,
state
I
are you
know.
in?
I still had to work. Excuse me, we're in Rhode Island.
So is the weather anywhere near like what he's accustomed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's,
Is it? Have you ever gone back
Yeah.
over there?
oh, God, yeah.
Is it nice?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it green over there? Well,
Very
they got
green.
castles over there.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
And actually, the first time I went, I wanted to do some genealogy because my grandfather came from Scotland.
right. Oh, you gotta be careful you're not related.
Huh?
Be careful you ain't related.
No.
I mean, you know, weird stuff's happened in life. Let me just say. I tell my son here, where I live in New Mexico, and it's very much a lot of Mormons live here. And his father, my ex-husband, is a Mormon. And his dad they had a lot of kids. His grandfather had a lot of kids. His dad didn't. My ex didn't have a lot of kids, but his father did. And the name, I mean, and the uncles and the brothers and all that. So I was told my son, you need to find out before you start dating anyone here, one, if they're Mormon, and two, who they're related to, because you don't want to be dating one of your cousins. And he's like, Mom, I will just date, you know, he was just telling me he would date other places. And I said, that doesn't matter. They're everywhere. You just need to really be careful.
You just don't know.
Yeah. That's why I told you better be careful. Digging too deep, you might find something that you don't like.
No, if we did, we're too old to worry about that.
It would be so diluted now you wouldn't even care.
Yeah. I'm looking for Willow Owl Seeker's card, and I know I have it, but I can't find it.
I sent her a Facebook message. Her name is Cheryl.
Oh, Cheryl Rich.
Yes.
That's right.
I sent her a message letting her know I was doing this because she likes Harry Potter.
Here she is.
Has it-
Okay.
But she hasn't checked her Facebook stuff yet today.
Because Ma Powell wanted this necklace that she bought to go to Willow. So,
Aw.
all
I
right,
think
that's right. Thank you for helping me with that.
I think Willow has bought from me before. Now, are you using pirate ship?
Yes, definitely. It's
It is
cheaper.
so much cheaper. Marisha turned me on to that. That is such a godsend.
Oh yeah. I bill through PayPal, but I do the invoicing through PayPal. But
Me
then
too.
I do the mailing through, and then I go over to PayPal and I enter in the tracking number.
So do
So
I. That's exactly how I do it.
get everything matched up. Yep.
Look, a lady bought a necklace from me one of the auctions ago. It was just a simple 0.925 chain. That's all it was. Very tiny. I put it in a padded envelope like I do everything, folded it over, all that, mailed it to her with a business card in it. And I got a message from her. She says it was empty. I have spent 2 days going through everything just to make sure. I know I mailed that. I know it was there because I'm really anal about things that I like. All my padded envelopes, I put my business cards in them beforehand.
Yep.
And my business cards are just my YouTube stuff. I got to get new ones. So much has changed since I did those. I just don't like wasting money or anything. So got to use those up until they're gone. Because now I have my book getting ready to do its thing. I have to go through all the editing. You have to build an audience beforehand because it's going to take probably another 6 months or so before it's published.
Yeah, you were saying you're doing a book.
Yes, it is it's a paranormal romance.
Ooh.
They're humans that turn into wolves, so it's shifters. I actually live in New Mexico. But the part of New Mexico I live in is 45 minutes from Colorado, which is where the mountains and stuff are. And in real life, there are no more gray wolves. There's no more wolves in Colorado in the wild. They've been obliterated. So the only way you can see those wolves are if they're in what do you call them? Wildlife preserves. Because we used to also have big grizzlies and they've obliterated them too, hunted them to extinction. So in my book, in the end of the back of the book, you're going to have like where these places are located because they're all nonprofit. If people want to donate or whatever, at least they'll know where they can if they so choose. But my book it's not meant for kids at all, not at all, because it has violence. It has cussing. It has sex.
Ooh, baby.
And it's graphic sex. It's not disgusting. It's not, but it's just very detailed. So it is not a kid-friendly book whatsoever. And in fact, the lady that's been doing a lot of the they keep having them do ultrasounds on me, and it's always the same tech that does it. And she's a little bit. I'm 57. She's a tad older. But she's very religious, churchy, doesn't cuss, all sweet. One of those nice little people that just makes me sick. Yeah. You know what I mean? She's nice, but it's like, oh, we could so not hang out in real life because I cuss too much. Anyway, she knows about the book because, they try to talk to you to keep you calm while they do what they do. And then she says, about the book. And I gave her a brief synopsis of it, right? And then she says, oh, I can't wait for that to come out so I can read it. She reads Nora Roberts. And I said, you can't read my book. And she goes, why? She almost looked offended. And I said, sweetie, there's cursing, there's sex, down and dirty. I said, that is so not you. She says, no, that's not me. I can't read your book. So that's what I thought. I mean, it's just,
I think she was being nice and saying, "Oh, I'd love to read your book, but yeah, no, you're not going to like the book."
Right? She's not. She wouldn't like it. I think she would like the premise. She likes the premise of it.
Uh-huh.
But, and the book, I've read the the prologue, the preface. I've read that to, because the preface is done, but I've read that to Maricha. She loves it. Some of the others love it.
This is one of the pieces that I made and sold the other night.
Oh, you make jewelry too.
Yeah.
Do you do videos about how to make your jewelry?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, because I just sit here and do it sometimes when I'm listening to an auction or yeah, I do all kinds of jewelry. I've been doing it for years.
Do you wire wrap?
No, I haven't learned wire wrap yet.
I don't know how. I'd love to learn how to do that.
I've got some pieces here that I got, and they look like they're wire wrapped on this one on.
Oh, that is wire wrapped.
Yep, but I've got these from somebody else. It might have been even from Goodwill. Who knows?
From Willow?
From Goodwill.
Oh, shocking. They charge retail prices. I don't even shop there. And their money doesn't stay local, so I try not to go there.
Yeah, I've got a lot of, but I got to look up and see what they're really worth.
Right.
Because sometimes in my auctions, people just want something for $1, and it's like, really?
Yeah, I'm not that. I don't have that.
Yeah. So I think I am going to just bag and weigh up these things.
What are you weighing?
The things that were bought from the auction the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to get them out in the mail because they're already paid for.
See, I make Maricha nets because when I sell something, as soon as they go off me, I'm already in PayPal invoicing the person. As soon as they send me the job, as soon as I get that form, I love her form. As soon as I get the form that they paid,
yep,
I am while other people are auctioning, I am in the background sending out my invoice. If they pay right away, then in between my turn selling and others, I am packaging and sending it out.
Oh my God, you're so organized.
I just don't like waiting around.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting over a month for something that was bought and paid for because somebody hasn't gotten to it yet. And I'm like, that's not cool.
I sent, I have a package. Oops, excuse me. I had a package that I sent out and it came back to me because it was a post office box.
It should go.
Finally got a hold of the lady. I kept emailing her and I saw her in the room, somebody's channel last night. And,
but it should have gone to her even with it being in a P.O. box.
It went to the P.O. box and she said, oh yeah, my P.O. box does that from time to time. She says, let me send you my mother's address.
I wonder why we do that, because you can't.
I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's like, really?
Right. You would think that they'd want their stuff.
Yeah.
Well, like, Ed, he bought a bunch of jewelry from me. I landed into some really good Southwest stuff. It was silver, and I don't know. He spent $172. He bought it through the auction. He bought everything I had, and I packaged it, and he paid right away. And his is to a P.O. box to a town in New York. So I sent it and it came back to me as wrong. So I went in and I sent him an email right away letting him know. And he goes, this, what I put in PayPal is my address. So I went and looked. Well, pirate ship sent it to a different city. And they kept trying to send it to a different city. I had to manually go in and change it, make it change, because it just kept trying to send it to this other city. But he finally got it. But I was freaking out going, wait a minute, this guy just dropped a lot of money. And I was a new seller at the time, so he didn't really know me. And I was like, no. So if I have problems, I start emailing them right away.
Oh, yeah.
That way they know.
I hope that's not bothering you.
Nope, it's not.
Okay.
When I do the replay will be up, but then I'll also pull this down, download it, and it'll take me hours to go through it. And I'm going to just add music to it, and all you'll see is this part of it happening. You won't hear anything but music and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I haven't learned any of that yet.
Need to let that dry. So then it says to make this red. I keep hitting my head on my mic.
I'll switch it off.
Yeah, you could.
But I'm back.
Yeah. Thank you.
So when you say you met him online, was he in a chat room or?
Yeah, we were in a chat room that, online that we would go in and listen to music and chat and have a good time and just, enjoy. And
Was it on YouTube or?
No, it was an adult chat site.
Okay.
So I always had
I've never heard of them, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, it was called PayPal. Pal Talk. And I always had my blocks up because guys would come in the room and say, oh, yeah, you want a cam to cam? And I'm like, no. What makes you think you have something better than somebody else?
Right.
When he had his camera up and I spotted him and I thought, oh, he's so cute. Look at that. And listen to that accent. Like I said, I think I fell in love with the accent before I fell in love with him.
I can totally understand that.
Yep. So, yeah. So we chatted for like 8 months before he wanted to come across here, and he has a timeshare in Florida. And he wanted to come across and go to New York City and do some Christmas shopping. And I said, you're not going to get
Late.
You're not going to get anything. Not in New York City. You have to book that a year or two in advance, if not more.
Oh, you mean it's a place to stay?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So he tried, and he came back and he said, no, I can't get anything. I said, I told you. I said, well, come stay with me. Every day, for 8 months, every day we were like this, camming. We could
Yeah.
And we had so much in common that I felt so comfortable. And I said, well, then just come stay with me. And he's like, yeah. And I went, yeah, I think I know you well enough. Well, his family was like, she could be a mass murderer or a rapist.
Right, which is what my people would be thinking about him,
And my family said the same thing. He could be a rapist. And I went, oh, I could be so lucky.
Oh, my They probably thought you lost your mind.
Well, now they know I'm a daredevil. But we dated for, like I said, 5 years. And the worst of it is we applied for the visa like a year and a half in advance, the fiance visa. And, you know, Scotland, it's not a war-torn country.
Right.
You know, what's the problem with him coming over? But they told me to, I needed to send the visa to Vermont, but then Vermont sent it back and said, you need to do an American check rather than a UK check. So, and then they said, well, you send it to Texas. So, okay, I sent it to Texas with an American check and the rest of the paperwork.
Right.
Well, a month before, they contacted me and said that they sent it back. I guess Texas sent it back to Vermont, and Vermont sent it back to Texas, and Texas says, well, okay, we're gonna process your visa, but it'll take 6 months. And I went, 6 months? I don't have 6 months. I did this a year and a half ago. What is the problem here?
Right.
And so they, you know, we had everything set up. His family was coming here and friends.
Oh, geez.
We had like 230 people and everything was set up. And it's like, what am I going to do? You know,
Right.
So,
Could you? So
we
without the visa, he couldn't come over even to do the marriage.
well, he did. That's what I was worried about. How can I have a wedding without a groom?
Right. Right.
So
right.
They let him come across, and I got a hold of a couple of local politicians and representatives and councilmen and not councilmen, senators, and so
You were
they
a
pushed
busy
things
woman.
through. Excuse me?
You were a busy woman.
Oh, I nearly had a nervous breakdown over it. It was, I was like, what are we going to do? And somebody suggested, well, you could do a video of, you know, him being there. And I went, I'm not doing a video. My husband in Scotland, and I'm going to marry him over a video? No.
Right. Right.
Then they were saying that they weren't going to let him into the country.
Why?
Because the visa status was still up in the air and hadn't had a decision, and figured he's going to come here, get married, and then, you know, but if he did that, then they were going to deport him. So I said, I promise we're not going to get legally married. We're just going to have the ceremony and that's it. So we did. And he went back, and then 3 months later he came back again, and that's when we legalized the wedding. But to me, our wedding was in July, not October.
Y'all had some heartbreaking stuff.
Oh yeah. But
Well, I'm glad y'all are together and it's all good.
oh yeah, he's just amazing. And he was a research forester up in the Highlands.
Oh,
And so he was way out in the boonies, didn't have a girlfriend for years, and his friends would say, you know, he'd say, well, I'm going across to America to go see my girlfriend. And they were like, yeah, right. Okay. So when I went there, they were like, you really are real. Yeah, I am.
right.
Yeah, I'm not fictitious. He was telling the truth. And yeah.
I think Scotland's a beautiful. There's an artist I follow. Her name is Karen. Oh my God, I just lost her last name. Karen something. She has a great YouTube channel, and she is in love with Scotland, in love with it, so much so, and she lives like down in the Carolinas or someplace. But she loves it so much. She has a following that's from across the pond, that she gets together with like 2 or 3 other artists from over there.
Uh-huh.
They go in together and they rent like little castles and things, and then they have people pay like $1,500 to $2,000 to go stay in the castle and do art with them.
Oh, wow.
They do like a whole art retreat, and her and a couple of others, they teach it. They teach, they do instruct the class. That these people from all over the place, they have like, it's very limited. They plan like a year ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the women, the instructors don't live in said castle. They usually stay in some buildings outside of it so they can have their private time, or people just come knocking on your door all the time because, that's just how people are.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what she does. And she says, she would move there in a nanosecond. Her husband was like, yeah, not so much. But I don't know. Looks like he pretty much does whatever she needs him to do. So.
It's beautiful there. We were touring. I think the last was it maybe
is
not
it green as it seems to be, as they portray it to be on TV.
Hills and cattle, sheep, and everywhere. And we went up the coastline, and we stopped at Steve. What was the name of that castle we stayed in? I don't know if he hears me. It was a castle, and now it's a hotel.
Oh wow!
And we stayed there overnight, and then we went up along the coastline, and we went up to the tallest part, John O'Groats, and it was the ocean, and it was like, this is amazing. And then we came across and stayed in Tongue, which was a place where I can't even remember. A lot of animals were taxidermied, and it just they were in cases on the walls and everywhere, and it was just beautiful. And then we went down to where his best man lives, and we stayed there a night, and it was gorgeous. But coming along the coast, like, you could travel for hours, and it just is gorgeous. You see castles in the distance, and
I miss I'll never get to go see any of the places I wanted to see, but it is what it is. So I have to just watch them through YouTube and listen to people like you talk about what you've been through. Because me being on oxygen and flying, not a good thing.
No.
And I got a lot of other health things going on right now.
Yeah, I do. I was sick for 4 months back in December. I was in the hospital. I couldn't breathe. And it was a lot like this COVID.
Yeah.
The symptoms were a lot the same. I had breathing problems. I was lethargic.
What was it?
They called it human metapneumovirus.
What the hell is that?
That's what I know.
That's new.
Well, they said no. It's been around for quite a few years, and I guess it originated in the Netherlands. But the symptoms were a lot like COVID.
So how long were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital 3 days, but I was flat on my back in bed. The only time I got up was to go to the bathroom. I couldn't sit up here like this at the table for no more than 10 minutes because
oh no,
I would just get all out of breath, and my voice changed. It was like very raspy, and I couldn't talk, and I had a lot of mucus coming up, and it just was disgusting.
How long did it take you to get healed from it?
4 months.
That's a long time.
It is. I was trying to do some work. I At that time I was office manager and property manager at a community development agency.
Right?
So I was trying to do some work from home, but
Well, they can't fire you for being sick.
oh God, no. If anything, she let me use old vacation time and sick time, and I didn't even have to go on disability. She just
What?
kept
That
paying
was
me.
wonderful.
Yeah, I've got a great boss.
You're
So
still
now-
with them?
Yeah. Actually, I went in this morning to drop off a bank deposit slip for the accountant, and I ended up working an hour. They were like, "Can you do this? Can you scan this and put it in the Google Drive?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I said to her, "You owe me an hour now."
Right? Right?
I already put my hours in this week. I work Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but I usually work Fridays. But yeah.
When I do this again, well, when I do a video like this again, it's going to be this guy. He's from the Fantastic Beasts. It's this guy
wow.
here.
Oh my God! Look at him.
Yeah.
So you put them together and then you paint them.
Yes, this is the first one I've ever done. Was this one right here? I bought these two kits because there's an indie bookstore here. We only have one bookstore, and it's an independent. It's been here since the 80s. I remember it. Well, actually, it was here before the 80s. She bought it from her parents in the 80s. Or something.
wow.
I don't know. Her parents. Anyway, come to find out when COVID hit and everybody was, stuck at home and complete lockdown like they were in the beginning. She was putting stuff on Facebook, and you could pay for it online. She'd send you the link, you pay for it, and then she would put it in brown paper bags with your name wrote on it right outside her door at the shop. She had curbside pickup.
Oh my God.
I was going to do this months ago when all this stuff was happening, but I got really sick, and nobody was knowing what was going on with me other than my normal stuff. And so now, because my liver's acting up, my spleen's not happy, and my diabetes has gone nuts.
Since I've been sick, my diabetes kicked up. I had it under control.
Yep.
With diet and exercise, well, whatever exercise I ever did.
Right? I hear you on that one.
But I had it under control, and occasionally I would say, God, my eyes are blurry, and I'm thirsty, and frequent urination. So I had the signs, and I knew. So I just curtailed back on my diet, and everything seemed to be all right. And I'd test it every once in a while. It didn't seem to be too bad. But when I was on 5 doses of prednisone, and the last 3 of them were tapered.
Oh no, prednisone is not good for me.
Not good for diabetes, that's for sure.
Well, it took out my teeth too.
What?
Yep. I have
Oh.
dentures now. Prednisone took out my teeth.
Oh my God.
It also made me gain 100 pounds.
Damn.
That prednisone's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it does what it needs to do for your lungs, like right away, open them up, boom. And in a pinch, very rarely now, but like if I, what do they call that, where it exasperates? I have COPD. And so when it exasperates, I have to go to the hospital, and they usually have to they shoot me with steroids in my veins and stuff like that, because
Yep.
I turn so white. I have no color at all to my face. Like white. And it's just very dangerous for me. That's why I don't even get to see my grandbabies right now.
Aww.
But COVID happened. I couldn't see them at all, period. And then now they have them, interacting with other little humans, and those are petri dishes. And right now, I can't be around petri dishes.
Mm-mm.
No way. Can't do that. Because it
I
cold.
found your channel.
Do what?
I'm glad I found your channel. I must have.
Well, you probably subscribed when.
Miranda had her thing.
Yeah. And I think I have heard her talk about you, or I've seen you. You just seem familiar to me for some reason. So there's somewhere we've interacted at some point, or I've seen you. Hey, were you on somebody else's auction? Were you on Leanne's auction? No.
Leanne. I was on Kim asked me one night to do
Is that it real?
with Cha-Cha. Yes.
Yes. You were on. Yes. Okay. I remember you there.
I was on and I was falling asleep. She said,
I mean, that's where I remember you.
Yep. We're only going to go until 1 o'clock. Well, then it ended up being 3 o'clock. And Cha-Cha says, I think Carol's falling asleep in the background.
Yeah, because we looked up and you were leaned over and out.
Yep.
But it was really late your time, too.
Yeah.
I used to know a lady that was from Long Island that lives in New Mexico and has for years, and she's never lost her accent. But when she goes back to Long Island, you can definitely hear it when she first comes back. It's like even thicker. And she goes to something called Jamaica. I don't know, someplace over there in New York where you can buy stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's like all outlets or street vendors or stuff, clothes and purses and stuff. I think it's Jamaica something. I could be wrong. It's been years since I talked to somebody. No, not Soho. This is like probably stuff on the down low, too. I think it's over there by the clothing district and whatnot. New York was always one place I wanted to go to, but I'll never do that either. And right now, the world's a crazy place, so it's just better just to stay in your own little bubble.
Yep, definitely.
Let them work out whatever their crazy stuff they're going to do, but I'm just going to stay where it's safe. Because I don't have, I regretted moving back here for years. Now I'm okay with where I'm at because that's kind of the nearest city to me, big city, is 3.5 hours away. New Mexico is very sparsely populated.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Albuquerque, which is huge. And then you have Santa Fe, which is the capital. And then you have Taos, which is where a lot of the movie stars live. That's it. All the other towns are little bitty, insignificant nothings. It's very, very sparsely. I mean, I live in a town that has maybe 100,000 people in it. No, we have a little pedal jumper airport, but nothing commercial. So if I wanted to fly anywhere to see anybody, I would have to drive 3.5 hours to Albuquerque to catch a plane. If I wanted to catch a Southwest flight. If I wanted to pay through the nose on stuff, I could drive the hour to Durango, Colorado. They have an airport now.
Uh-huh.
But they have like American Airlines and United and people that charge you out the booty.
Yeah.
Southwest is very cheap. So I just stay here where it's all safe and quiet. And there's not a lot of anything happening here.
So you remember me from Cha-Cha's channel?
Yes. When you were talking, I thought, I know this. I know her face. And I hear her voice. Where do I know her from?
Because I'm crazy.
Okay, I remember that. When you were
I'm one of those people that once you see me, you remember.
I'm one of those too. You either love me or hate me. It's okay either way.
Yep, that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If you don't like me, that's not my problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I am done with this little project.
That's beautiful. That is all done?
Yeah, it's all done.
Wow.
I gotta put my glasses back on because I can't see him. So now I'm going to end stream so I can take pictures of him, do a different thumbnail for the video.
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
I'm going down the stairs because I'm polishing a watch face.
Well, it's 3 o'clock. They'll be coming on in a half hour, right?
It's 10 to 3.
Huh?
It's 10 to 3.
Yeah, 10
Yeah.
to 3. Yeah. He Zooms with his sister and her friends on Friday afternoons.
We're
3:30.
getting up, Steve. We're getting up. I was like, Steve, we're getting up. Don't panic.
No, he'll be Zooming downstairs on his own computer.
Oh,
But I usually jump in and say hi to them and chit chat with them sometimes.
do they come over?
They were. His other sister was supposed to come over not long ago.
With the COVID.
But the COVID, they couldn't. And then we were going to go there at Christmas, but now I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think COVID's.
I still don't think they're doing international, are they? Well, I'm going to go and finish this. I appreciate that you came in.
Thank you.
Oh, my phone. Oh, it is telemarketers.
Oh, well, I will watch for your videos again.
Well, I'm gonna do the video, but it'll take me some time to do it because I'll cut out all the dead air and just time lapse it. But you have a good day and thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
And everybody that was watching, thank you. Bye.